Hey, what's going on, guys? Archer and Mark here, and I'm back with another Star Wars action figure review. And I got this figure from the Phantom Menace wave, and is this guy we all know, the awesomely evil Darth Maul. Before I get too far into this review, I gotta thank the Commander 35, who you saw this figure unboxed just a couple of days ago, and he sent this to me in a gift exchange, trade, whatever you want to call it. And so this review in part is due to the Commander 35. So thanks to him for sending this video out, for sending this figure out, excuse me. So yeah, and in that video, I got some comments hoping that I would do a review on this figure. I wasn't sure if I was going to do it, but I'm itching to do it now. I really, after seeing that, some of the comments, I was like, I gotta do a review on this. So you guys asked for it. Here it goes. Start as usual with the packaging. There's the figure in the bubble. I do this. Obviously, I have two of these figures. That's why I didn't do the review a while ago when I first got this, more than a month ago. So there you got the Kenner logo. You got an awesome image of Darth Maul in the Theed hangar, just as he's about to duel Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon. Got the character name. Got the Phantom Menace logo. It's awesome. Ages 4 and up. It's not going to stop us. Unpunched card, chunking hazard, all that stuff. Necessary stuff. We go in the back, and we got the magnificent A New Hope logo. I love this logo. And you have the Vintage Collection description. And I'll go over as usual. Pause the video if you'd like, if you want to read this. It's the same as all the Vintage Collection figures. And you have the other 12 figures in the wave again, so of the harnessing back to the old 12 back card back. You have all 12 figures that were in this wave. Got pretty much all these figures. The Battle Droid I don't have, and the Pod Racers I don't have, but I don't really care about having them. So there's reviews on all these other figures, including now the Qui-Gon and the Obi-Wan. They are both repacks. They've been repacked a couple of times. Most recently, I believe, in the Episode 1 Blu-ray pack, which I have. And I did a review on that pack. So if you want to see reviews on Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon, check out my channel and the review on that pack from, I don't know, a couple months ago, I think. A little while ago now. Because they're the exact same figures. But all the other figures I've reviewed, Anakin, Quinlan, Royal Guard, Padme, Darth Sidious. I have, and I don't know if I get another Darth Sidious. I don't think I want to open the one I have right now. So if I get another Darth Sidious, maybe I'll do that. And Dalte Dolphine, I believe that'll be my next review. When I get around to doing my next review, that'll be the next action figure review. Vintage vehicles, pretty cool. Hasbro logo, StarWars.com, usual stuff. Okay, now that's it for the packaging. Now on to the figure itself. Really awesome figure. One thing though I didn't realize until just a few moments ago is when I was taking the figure out of the packaging, I obviously forgot to take out the binoculars, and the packaging got tossed in the garbage, and the binoculars went with it. So I'll show you. Here's real close. There's a close look up of the binoculars. Cool little piece. Great that they included it. It's nicely sculpted and detailed. I don't have it now. Oh well, I don't think I'd ever use it anyway. So what are you gonna do? Okay, really awesome figure. I'll get on to let's see. Let's go over the other accessories. You have the double-bladed lightsaber, which can be separated, splits in two. So yes, you can recreate the part of the duel with Obi-Wan where Obi-Wan chops his saber in half, gives him a kick in the gut. Really cool. And then you have the other accessory, which I do have, the unignited lightsaber. I'm gonna get back to these lightsabers in a minute when I go over the small, very small flaws in this figure. Really cool figure. You know, so much has been said about this figure already. There have been so many reviews, but what the heck? I'm gonna throw my 2 cents in there, tell you what I think. Okay. Now, here's where we'll go. We'll start with some of the minor things, and they are minor things. Now you notice soft goods, cloth robe, lower tunic, soft goods, and the hood is plastic. You got the combo there, which has been done before. I think the hood looks maybe a little too big. Something about it doesn't look right. I don't know. I think other people have mentioned this. You know, the combo of the two doesn't always work. I think it works better with Darth Sidious. I don't think it works as well with Darth Maul. But that's just my opinion. You know, a lot of people have pointed this out. But you know, that's the robe. Easily taken off. Okay, now I'm going to set this down for a moment, and we're going to take the cloth robe. I usually like to do this ahead of time. We're going to take that off. Okay, there's a lot to show on this figure. So, okay, there he is without his robe. Okay. Alright. Now another small gripe is, now again, every review I've seen has mentioned this. People have mentioned this before. Hasbro, for some reason, the belt was put on backwards, and you need to sort of very carefully, you can twist the belt around, and you may in the process kind of mess up these kind of pieces of cloth, kind of get them stretched out a little bit, but I think I managed to avoid that pretty well. And there is a good look. You could see the peg hole in which the unignited lightsaber will peg into. There's the peg. Okay, but so that's one small thing. That's Hasbro's doing. Why they did that, I'm not sure. Another thing that is, you have this sort of wrist device on his glove here, which he uses to signal the probe droids to come out of the Sith Infiltrator. We've seen Episode 1. I don't believe he has this on later in the movie. I think that's the only scene he has that in. I could be mistaken. So that makes it a little scene accurate. So I think it would have been better if they'd maybe taken like a plastic clip-on piece that you could put on and off. But you know, they've given us so much in this figure. It's hard to complain. You know, I don't want to sound like I'm like whining, or because it is an amazing figure. It's definitely the best Darth Maul that's ever been done. There have been many Darth Maul figures. But that's a minor thing. It is cool it's there, you know. But hey, just a minor thing. Also, the horns. Now, I like the length of the horns. Some people think they're a little long. Again, we've seen many Darth Maul figures. We've seen ones with real long horns. We've seen short, kind of nubby horns. I don't know. I kind of like the length on this. But, you know, again, I think it comes down to opinion. Now, back to the lightsaber hilt, you'll notice it's a very clean, it's nicely sculpted, but it's a very clean hilt. There is no paint apps whatsoever. We know there's like little red buttons and whatnot. You can see it. In fact, here you look at the picture there. There's little bits of black and red. This is from the film on the hilt, but yet they didn't do that. They did everything else with this figure, but they didn't do that. And it's been done in other figures, and it's little dabs of paint. It's not like covering the whole thing. So why Hasbro decided to not do that in this, I don't know. So I'll show you all three. Again, very nicely detailed. They didn't put the paint. So again, now these are minor, like I said, they're minor gripes because this is an amazing figure. We'll get on to the good points. Again, I love the robe. I love the cloth robe. It's a great material. It's got this great sort of frayed look to it. It fits really well on the figure, as you can see. Here I'll give you a better look at the hood. Again, nicely detailed. Everything is so nicely sculpted on this figure. The plastic clothing, obviously the cloth, but you can see all the little bends and folds in the tunic, and the boots and the pants, and just everything else looks great. Then we get on to articulation. Ball jointed neck, ball hinged shoulders, ball hinged elbows, swivel forearms, ball jointed torso, ball hinged hips, ball hinged knees, ball hinged ankles. So phenomenal articulation. Yes, I said phenomenal 3 times. It's that great. So I mean, you can get him in all kinds of poses. He can do all kinds of little, flips and kicks. That you see him do. He's kicking Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon a bunch of times in that movie. So, all kinds of great dynamic poses. He holds the lightsabers or the lightsaber really well. We'll just pose him like this for now. They did a great job with this figure. So, I think, has this figure been so well touted because it's a great figure, or because, well, it's Darth Maul and he's so cool and badass? This has been mentioned again in other videos. The Aiden Mandalorian Jedi, also known as Josh, he mentioned this in his video. Because this figure, in certain areas, has become really tough to find. It's a really popular figure, and it should be a popular figure, because it's Darth Maul. He's the face of Episode 1. So awesomely evil, as I said before. So, again, I think it comes down to a matter of opinion. Why has this figure been so well touted? I think it's a little of both. I think it's a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. It's an amazing figure, and it's Darth Maul. So, this figure is going to be snapped up whenever it's on shelves. So, I wanted this review to just be very honest and just give you every possible thing I could say about this figure. Again, many things I've said have been said already in other reviews. So, just like I said, there's nothing perfect in this world, thus there are no perfect action figures. This is as close to perfect as you could possibly get. It's highly recommended. You see them on stores. If you don't have them yet, pick them up. If you want a second one, again, pick them up. Pick them up when you see them, because you may not see them again. So definitely highly recommended. Despite the minor flaws, I can't stress that enough. Minor flaws. So it's a magnificent figure, and it's well worth being in your collection. So yeah, As usual, hope you enjoyed this review. Comment, rate, subscribe. Until my next review, may the Force be with you.